Welcome to You Can Do It 2. When G1 ended in the US, it continued in Japan under the name Headmasters. And one of these target masters that was in the Headmasters series was an Autobot named Stepper. Stepper was just a retool and redeco of Jazz. Now, Stepper was considered extremely rare and valuable in the United States since he was never released here. But when the reissue series came out in the early 2000s, he was re-released in Japan and released in the United States under the name of Ricochet, and had a Target Master partner named Nightstick. More on him later. When the Vinyl Titan Alternator series came out, you bet your ass that Ricochet got his own figure in that too. Okay, well, as you might have guessed, we are going to be making ourselves a Masterpiece Ricochet. Now, this can be very simple or a little bit difficult depending on how you decide to go about doing this. I will show you both. Alright, let's get right to it. Here we have an Alternator's Ricochet figure. Now, if you want to do this easy, here's all you do. Buy the figure. That's it. You're done. Whippy, congratulations, you did it. If you're lazy, now if you don't want to be lazy and you want to do a good job, you're going to have to put a little bit more effort into it, okay? If you want to do this thing justice, here are the things that you'll need. First off, you are going to need his Target Master partner. And here he is. This is Nightstick. Now you can go ahead, you can get this from your classic Cyclonus. See, there's the guy right there. Now an interesting tidbit, that figure right there, Nightstick, that comes with Cyclonus, has the exact same name as the Target Master partner that came with the Japanese release Stepper, since that figure, as I mentioned before, was never released officially in the US in the G1 series. So anyhows, you get the exact same figure that this guy should have had in classic Cyclonus. So you need this. You also need, right here, two tiny little magnets, okay? So make sure you have those. Now this guy has this dinky little gun, that was made from his engine block. Not very impressive. This guy is supposed to specialize in rapid fire. Look what we have here. Woohoo! A freaking minigun. Now, I don't know the exact series name that I got this from. It was basically like one of those blind package things you got from Japan. You could buy these things and you open it up and you find different things inside. I mean, I found this Gatling gun on my first try. I was really lucky. The other two times I got these folding rocket launchers. They're basically weapons that were designed to be used with 1/44 scale Gundam figures. But we're going to give this gun to this guy. You're also going to need your trusty epoxy sculpt. B and A. Mix up just the tiniest bit of each, the tiniest, and you're going to stick it in this hole right here. Alright? Now this guy won't really fit in there without removing this piece right here, right? So take this off, do whatever you want with it, but it doesn't really need to be there unless you're going to transform it back to a car. But who really wants to do that? Alright, so you take it off and he doesn't look any different. But this thing is something going to be able to fit on there with the magnets. Alright? You're also going to need your Dremel tool. Make sure it's charged up. You don't want the setting to be too high. You can put it to like, 2 or 3 or 4, however high you think you need it to be. And also make sure that you have some drilling attachments. You're going to be drilling into the handle of Nightstick here, right inside there, and it needs to be the size of these little magnets here so that the magnets will rest right inside there and will be able to attach to the shoulder there. The size you're going to need is the largest one right here, 1/8 of an inch. You're going to be very careful when you drill into there. Anyhow, let's get started. Now, as I said, with this epoxy stuff, you're only going to need a very small amount. Since it's a two-part stuff, you only need half of what you think you're going to need from each. So just take the smallest part and put back whatever you're not going to use. Make sure it's equal parts though. You're just going to be stuffing it down in here, filling that thing up, then sticking one of the magnets inside there. Now make sure that you mark your magnets with like a Sharpie or a pen or whatever you think you're going to need, so that you know which side to stick in, because you don't want your magnets repelling each other. They need to attract, because if you go ahead and you put them in there without marking them and find out that their opposite polarities are not matched up properly, you're essentially going to be screwed. Right, so just make the smallest amount possible, a little bit more than you think you need. Then you go ahead and mix them up together, then stick them in there. You wait for about 5 minutes, and then you stick the magnet inside. Alright, after you've got your magnet seated in there nicely, you just go ahead and you let that stuff cure. But you're going to want a little bit of extra insurance, so you take some of this, you wait for this stuff to dry up a little bit, probably about half an hour or so. Honestly, you can wait as long or as short as you want, and you put in a little bit of this, alright? Just a little bit around the edges, and it'll hold it in there nice and securely. You do the same with your nightstick figure here. It's going to be a little bit more difficult, but you want to make sure that the magnet doesn't come off of this and stick to this, or else you've got a loose piece of plastic that is of very little use to you. Alright? Now you take your Dremel, you put in the drill bit, and you drill directly into the handle here. You want to be very careful, go very slowly. This is not a rush job, alright? Because really, you only get one shot at this. You screw it up and, well, you might get a second shot, but you're going to have some repair work on your hands, alright? Okay, well, you know what? After you've got the magnet glued in this guy, and in his little Target Master partner here, there's only one thing left to do. Welcome him to the Autobot team. For Christ's sake.
Welcome to the Autobot team. I am Optimus Prime, and we welcome you.
Well, however you choose to do your ricochet, I'm sure it'll come out looking awesome. Check back later for some more updates and some more new figures. That's all I have for you right now, and I'm signing out.
I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here. We are waiting.